Welcome to Stardew Valley in 2024 as a beginner. My name's Lucas, this is Aussie Farm. I picked my favourite dog, got a letter from my sick grandpa, decided to quit my job, and went on the longest bus ride of my life. I was welcomed into Stardew by Robin. She even walked me to my farm. Lewis was in my house for some reason. They left and then I woke up to day one with some parsnip seeds on my floor. The first day is probably a normal day for most Stardew Valley players. I cleared the farm, hoed the ground, wasted way too much energy hitting the wrong spot, planted the seeds, watered the seeds, cleared a little bit more space and trees so that I could build my first chest, got rid of some unwanted stuff in my inventory, and then had a bit of an adventure around the map collecting some forageables, saw a caveman at the river, bought some more parsnip seeds so that I could plant more. Tried to get a little bit of wild seeds from harvesting fiber, more forageables. Finally returned, emptied out my inventory, planted all the seeds that I had left, and that pretty much used all of my energy, so I went to sleep early. Day 2 started with watering my plants, one row at a time. I checked the mail and I received a letter from a fisherman. So I went down to the docks to see what that was about. He was a nice bloke. He gave me a fishing rod, a bamboo pole. I hoed some of the little worms on the beach and found an artifact. I'd imagine I'll be needing a bunch of those. Then returned to the farm to get enough wood for a chest so that I could go fishing and store some extra fish. Headed over to a river, cast my line into some bubbles, and then headed up to the lake. I put my chest up at the very top of the map so that I could fish here for as long as I could. Caught a bass, a chub, and a bullhead. That pretty much used all of my energy, so I made my way back to the farm very slowly because I was fatigued and went to sleep. We got level 1 foraging, we made $349. We woke up to day 3 and it was raining, so I didn't have to water my crops today. We picked some forageables up on the way to the pond so that we could get some energy, and we fished for the day. I fished a full inventory, so I jumped that into the chest, and I kept fishing. We got our first chest. Ended up being mixed seeds though. I decided to sell my fish so that I could try and buy a better rod. The rod that I was trying to find wasn't there though, so I fished a little bit longer because I needed to be level 2 fishing. I caught a smallmouth bass and then I essentially threw it away. I wasn't fast enough to get back home and I passed out right out my front door because it was 2 a.m. Day 4 started with watering my crops, getting any fish that I could out of the chest, making my way down to Willie's. It opened at 9 a.m. I sold all my fish so that I could buy the fiberglass rod. I didn't quite have enough money, so I had to fish a little bit more. Then I bought the fiberglass rod and got some bait from a chest. I bought some more bait, and then I headed back up to the top to fish in my pond. I ate some chubs for energy so that I could keep fishing, and I fished till the very last minute that I could. I ran back to the farm with as much fish as I could, but I was too late because I'm still getting used to the timing. Day 5, it was another rain day, so I didn't have to water my crops, but luckily they were ready to harvest. I kept a few for energy and shipped the rest. I made my way up to the mines because they open on day 5, I found out. I got a rusty sword from the guy, and I made my way into the mines. I started by getting some stone like you would, and embarrassingly nearly died to the very first mob that I encountered, a slime. For some reason, I just could not defeat it. We eventually got there, and I got some boots. Healed up with some parsnips, and continued down. We started getting some copper. We got copper, quartz, made it down to level 5, got my first topaz, earth crystal, and a geode in the mine. These flying creatures are interesting, but they do give bug meat that you can make into bait, so that was handy. After a big day in the mines, I was exhausted. We made it down to floor 11, but without food, I had to go home. I dropped off everything that was unneeded, and I went to sleep. We leveled up farming, we leveled up mining, and we made $1,100. Day 6, we were feeling lucky. We walked out our door, and Clint gave us a blueprint to craft a furnace. We built a furnace so that we could start crafting some copper. We bought some more seeds after foraging the town. We planted our potato seeds at home and watered them, and then we headed to the mines for that good luck. Trying to get as much copper as we could for sprinklers later, we got a massive clump of copper. On floor 18, I started to feel exhausted again, but we started to eat some of the chubs for energy. I got a steel sword from a chest on floor 20. I immediately got rid of my rusty sword that was doing no damage and nearly got me killed. Floor 21, we were greeted with a ladder. We got some more copper. Our energy was getting low once again. Was too terrified to die to that guy, so we left on 24, unfortunately. I made my way back to home, started smelting some more copper, and went to bed. Day 7 started with watering my crops, chopping some trees so I could build a scarecrow, sold some more fish, chopped some more wood for some chests, and grab as many forageables as I could. When going into town, I was welcomed by Mayor Lewis to the community center. I got jump scared by a green grape twice, read a weird plaque that I couldn't understand, realized it was Mayor Lewis's birthday, understood how the gifting mechanic works. You can't do a quest and a birthday present together, so that one will have to wait. Headed back home, dumped off some goods that I didn't need, kept smelting some copper, and went to bed. We made a lot of money this day. Day 8, we woke up to a strange letter to meet a wizard about that weird inscription that we read earlier. I went to the mines, dropped off a furnace so that I could hold all of my ores there, then went to Pierre's to buy some more seeds so that we could maximize our money, planted all the seeds and watered them, and then fished for the rest of the day because it was raining. I caught my first iridium quality fish, a carp, and by 1 AM I was exhausted and passed out. I got up to level 4 fishing overnight. On day 9, I woke up by watering my hundreds of crops, went to the mines, realized that I didn't have my sword, left the mines, went back to the mines after getting my sword and went down to level 20 so that we could begin our next adventure. I had some chubs on me because I didn't have a whole lot of energy after watering my seeds. I got an amethyst on floor 23, we got more copper, and we made it down to level 25. Every couple of levels I wanted to go back up to the top of the mine so that I could keep smelting some ores. I wanted to keep getting copper, realized that I ran out of food, and you definitely cannot eat bug meat. And then finished the day foraging the whole map and found a cockle at the beach. Went to sleep, leveled up, foraging, and woke up on day 10 to Marnie offering me to adopt a pet, and of course I gladly accept. I named my best friend Buddy, and of course we have to go back inside and pat our good boy. After that I watered my crops, went back up to the mines, realized that daffodils don't actually give you energy and that leeks are probably all that we should be eating. Continued to get as much copper as we could. Made it to 29, and looking back, I'm praying that that is not an ancient seed. On level 29, we started to feel exhausted, so I had to leave. We left the mine at 4 PM, and it took me 8 hours to walk back home. And we were greeted with Buddy not letting us sleep. And that is how we ended day 10.